Morning, guys. Welcome back to the Joy of Resin. I'm your host, Raven Silence. Let's see, doing a big pour today. I have a buttload of clear. I have some crimson, which is red and a little bit of black mixed together. Ruby red, specifically. And then I have a green, which is mica and dye. Just a straight up blue mica. And then I have this opalescent white, which is sinker mixed with two types of chameleon powder. Saw a friend of mine on Facebook post a really beautiful set of dice that were, like a pearlescent white color. And I decided to give it a shot, see if I can make it happen in my shop. So, as always, when making dice, we are going to start with the dice, because those need time and special attention. Okay, so can you just spray when I ask you to? Thank you. Okay. All right, so we're just going to start with, oops. Okie dokie, those go onto the heat. Whoa, don't knock over your half full. Wow, it really does not take a lot of resin to make dice, does it? And I fell over. Okay. All right, moving on to utilizing a bunch of that clear before it starts to flash on me, because a lot. So, gonna make another set of French cleats to continue to test out this new mold that I made. All right, so that's about 150 milliliters of resin. Now I know. Next up, I have a skull that already has some resin in the bottom. Now I've added some oceanic additives to the lower layer. And we are going to pour part way in this because I'm planning on curing it at an angle so that I can fill up a separate layer differently. I already have a whole bunch of additives down there in the very bottom below the seashells. It's those glass aquarium stones. So trying to let all the bubbles out, or at least cut them loose so that they will float to the top during the curing process. Now, do I want it thicker on the back or on the front? Isn't that the eternal question? Just realized the implications of that statement. Oops. Okay. All right, let's see. Perfect. Okay. All right. Next up, we have our dragon egg, which for some reason did not fill up along the sides, probably due to the tape that I've got in there. So, trying to get all this worked down into the crevices. Blurb. It's got the weirdest air pockets in this thing. And because the tape that prevented everything from dispersing correctly has bubbles in the design, it's a little hard to see where the air pockets are, but I think I got them. So, what do I want to do? Yeah, well, seashells first. Since I have the tape that I was referring to has like a pearlescent fishy design going on, so let's make the base of this guy also fishy. Fishy. Something fishy going on here. These are the puns, folks. Feel free to laugh. Okay, where is the rest of my... Why are you settling? What are you doing? Oh, you're sitting on a branch. Throw a little alcohol ink drop in there. Alright, this is going back in the pressure pot, assuming that I can make everything that I'm making fit in the pressure pot. Okay, and then I have another base plate for a new orb. Okay. Onto the heat you go. Alright, now I just need something to use up the rest of my clear on. You know what, I'm just going to leave that alone for now. Okay, so next big project is this guy, who I have been arguing with for the last few months, or weeks, or pick a time frame. However, I showed it to a friend at work, the ones that I've made already, and they were like, hey, I know people that would want one of those. So let's, in the words of Captain Janeway, let's get started. Alright, so a little bit of blue down at the bottom. Good amount of blue right here. All right. How are you? You a little bit more? Perfect. Just the right amount. You can sit over there. Now I need my crimson. That is not going to be enough crimson. Luckily, I still have that clear left over, so where's my... Oh. Good thing I didn't just find something to pour all that leftover clear into. Whoops. That is not where I should have put that. Okay, black and red. So. Alright, let's get the lid on this guy, because I'm only doing this one in 2 stages instead of 3. Oh, nope, nope. You will not. Okay. Okay, alright, I'm going to leave that for a second, let that glue harden up while I deal with the corners of this piece. Okay, so. Okay, there we go. Alright, so let's put this one on the heat for now. And raise the level on this guy. And then for the rest of the top up, we're just using this pretty green, because they wanted blue, crimson, and green. And since that is the only instruction I've been given so far, that's what I'm doing. All right, that'll do. That'll do, donkey. All right, back to the dice. give that a little smush to release some air bubbles. Oh, look. Unicorn nut. Okay, that is good for those. Hang on, guys, just putting everything in the pressure pot. I suppose I could have waited until after the video was done to do this, but, you know, oh well. Okay, I think I pulled that off. Okay. All right, let's figure out what to do with the rest of this stuff. You'll do. I need a base plate for this. Base plate. And I know what I'm doing. Promise. Okay. All right, let's do this looks like Christmas candy, honestly. Just glad I ended up with red, white, and green instead of red, white, and blue. Oh, thank you. Okay. Almost done. Okay. Let me spray everything real quick. So let's turn this candy looking dish into an actual candy looking dish. This is going to require another layer on my next pour to fill out the back so it's not too thin. But for now, that'll do. Moving this to the heat mat, and then you guys are free to go. All right. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'll see you all next time.